good morning, team. Looking at the overall economical calendar like we do every morning. Looking at the watch or the calendar over here, you can see that we have employment reports coming out at 8:30, unemployment reports, hourly rate wages, average hourly wages, and Fed budget. So all this comes out, most of this come out before the market opens at 8:30. 2 p.m. we get the Fed budget. So make sure you guys are attentive to what's going on to what's in the overall market. Jumping into the watch list, we kind of have an interesting watch list today. As you guys can see, we're looking at SIVB, called out by the man Nelson himself in the chat room. This is a stock where basically it has ties with FTX, and you guys know how that is. And a lot of major hedge funds or investors are pulling out their money out of this stock. And you can see that we're basically down. If we go to the 1 year, it closed at 100 and we're at like 47 right now or 40. So this stock is sinking very fast. Definitely want to pay attention to it today. I believe it is optionable. I can't even really chart this thing. If we even go to the 5 year, it's past the 5 year. So it's basically making new lows as we speak. So the only way to really play this is probably look for a possible bounce on the smaller charts. This is the 180 day. Did this say negative? So we're at 39.58 right here. So the only way to really play this is to possibly look for a possible intraday bounce. Hopefully we bounce and hit at least the 20-day around 70, right? All this selling, maybe some people are in there and try to buy the lows. Maybe it hit 70 and get rejected. And then once we reject off that 70 over here, we could possibly come back down and you could look for a trade off of that 70 EMA over here, $70 EMA. So watch out for that, see what happens. I'm going to set some alerts to see if we bounce, and then I would probably look for a short position off the rejection of that EMA. You can see we've been basically clean underneath it. So I doubt that we'll probably be able to hold above it, especially with this kind of news. So let's see what happens. Anything can happen. RSI is deep in the oversold territory, but definitely would pay attention to see where the RSI is when it gets back to 70. Next stop, we're going to talk about another one called out by my man Nelson. It's going to be Bank of America. The banks are basically pulling back in fear of high inflation. So definitely want to watch to see what's going to happen over here. Very oversold on the 180 day. This is a previous bounce area. So this looks like a triple bottom to me. So if you want to watch this for a possible long position, these stocks, or there's not too much room for movement on these lower price stocks. So we could possibly get in from $30.50. But these contracts are very cheap as well too. So $30.50 that we could start pushing up towards $31.30. So watch out for that. And then if we jump over towards the 180 day, I wouldn't really trust it for a short position right now. If you do get in for a short position, 29.90 down towards like 29.06 over here, which is his previous 180-day low. Anything is possible in this market. We are still in the blue zone in the RSI. When we are still in the blue zone, we can have more continuation for downside. It's just considered high risk, and make sure you guys follow it with a tight stop loss. So that's Bank of America. Another call out for Nelson, right? That's why I want you guys to be in the comments and put your call outs for what stocks you guys want to watch. So I'll throw it up on my watch list as well. So this is on the 20-day. This is JP Morgan Chase. Banks are dropping. You can see overall had a steep sell-off from the 6th all the way to today. Today's the 10th. 20 days very oversold. Watch for a bounce from $130.50, and we could start going to 132, maybe higher from there. MACD is trying to cross up. Make sure you guys set your alerts for that. If we do come down, 128 is a low. We are oversold, right? Meaning it's more in favor for a possible bounce, but we are still in the blue zone. If we do continue to come down, watch for the break of 128, and then we could start dropping down towards the 1 year estimate around 125 on JP Morgan. Next one we're going to talk about is Tesla. Looking at Tesla over here, right? We speak about Tesla all the time. We call the pullback, right? Hopefully some of you guys caught it. Tesla's getting oversold over here, especially after that monster sell-off yesterday, right? If we even drop down towards like the 15-minute, you guys can see yesterday was the 9th, right? 9th over here. Monster drop from 180 down towards 169. So definitely want to be precautious today with maybe a possible bounce, right? So watch out for that. If we do bounce, watch for a hold above 176. 176 is going to be the break of the 180-day EMA. Below the EMA is bearish. Above it is bullish. So if we get above it, we could possibly run from 176 or 177 up towards 173. That's what I would be looking for a possible long. And then for the short position, right, it is oversold. But what if the market panics and we sell off today or whatever? We are below the 20-day EMA. 20-day EMAs are on like 173. So if we reject this zone, MACD crosses back down, we could possibly enter for a break below 171 down towards 169 if you want to get in towards the low. And if we break 169, we could possibly go lower from there. But 169 is going to be a major area you want to watch out for a possible bounce area. Next stock we're going to talk about is going to be SPY. Right, SPY had a major sell-off yesterday, jumping over towards the 180-day. A lot of stocks are oversold, right? If you guys are seeing the trend, we'll check other stocks after SPY so I can show you. But stocks are oversold, meaning that after that major sell-off, right, you can see this monster red candle, right? This is a 4-hour candle yesterday, and then we basically sold off yesterday. So let's see what happens, right? A lot of stocks are oversold. We're bouncing up towards SPYs right now. It's below the 1-year SMA, which is around like 393. You need to break above 393 before we can start going to 395. 393 can be a possible rejection zone, right? Meaning we could possibly come up, right? We could possibly start drawing on these videos. We could possibly come up, reject the zone, and come back down and make a new low. Or this area is support. We could possibly bounce off this area too. And now we basically have a double bottom. That's a decision you guys have to make. You guys want to hold until this zone over here or watch to see if we get any rejections over here for us to possibly come back down, or you wait for it to hold above this zone in order for it to go back up. All right, so that's the outlook on SPY over here. We're very oversold, so it's looking more in favor for a possible bounce. 20 days already crossed up, just have that major rejection zone. If we do come down, which is perfectly possible, especially after a major sell-off yesterday, especially with Powell spiking fear into the overall market, especially with today at 8:30, we're getting job numbers, right? Anything below 390, we could start retesting that 388 zone and maybe even going down towards 380s, 387, right? So that's going to be it for today. Hopefully you guys all have a green trading day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.